United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
Welcome back to First News Sunday, live at Parkview Field in the opening ceremonies ahead of a 9/11 Stair climb event to recognize today's 10th anniversary. The keynote speaker, Father David Mary, who was in New York the day of the attacks, is speaking right now. We want to listen in.
I said, well, it's happened before. And he goes, no, put the TV on. I ran down to see the second plane coming in. And I stood there in shock and awe, as most people did that morning. And the first thing that went through my head was the amount of people that worked in those towers, that passed underneath those towers, and I said, my Lord, if everyone who works in those towers dies underneath or passes through, there will be more than the deaths from the war in Vietnam. And then I thought of names, relatives, friends, who worked in those towers and near those towers. The pain was so deep that I could not even cry for at least 2 hours, and I stood in shock. Like you, I tried to call family members, and the phones weren't working. We watched those towers fall to the ground. I couldn't sit still anymore. I was paralyzed for some time, and I said, I have to get down there. Something has to be done. They must need a priest down there. Before leaving, I saw the news that Father Michael Judge, the chaplain to the New York City Fire Department, a Franciscan like ourselves, was the first responder to die, giving his life as he anointed somebody who was dying in the towers. His body was carried out to the local church and laid on the altar as a testimony to the witness of this sacrifice of his life. For his Lord, for his country, for the people whom he loves so dearly. I drove through the night and I arrived at Ground Zero, and at that time we weren't even calling it Ground Zero, we were just calling it the pile. And as I got closer to the towers, you could feel the tension building as we were walking through white dust that got bigger and bigger, seeing cars flipped upside down, fire trucks twisted, and the smell in the air that's still lingers to this day in my heart. Breathing in that air that was just filled with the rubble of those towers.